And speaking of working for hamburgers, hairline, we're back. PWT is back. Pro Wrestle Times podcast. Phil here. Yeah. Hairline here.
Back like Raquel.
Stepping into a Slim Jim daddy. Yeah. What's up, guys? We're back. Like Raquel. Top Pod is in. Shout out our patrons. Russ Paxson, and of course, Reggie Rodriguez. What? We acknowledge you.
Ricardo. Yeah.
Yeah, his hairline calls him in response, Ricardo. What's up, Reggie?
I pay him in hamburgers.
It's like the wedding singer. He gives singing lessons for meatballs to that old lady. Guys,
what a great movie.
Oh, I just watched it the other day, man. One of the absolute best, man. Especially when you're drinking a little wine with your girl, you know? That's the good stuff.
Yeah, man, it was around like the 51st dates that Adam Sandler really fell off. Like that 90s Adam Sandler where he was doing all like fucking comedy specials and the singing.
Dates?
I said that's where he started to fall off.
Oh, okay, the beginning. Yeah, beginning.
Yeah. I'm just saying, we'll like compare that to like fucking him doing fucking You Kicked My Dog, and it's like.
So it's kind of like when Jericho lost the AEW World Title, just all downhill.
No, it's actually nothing like. That's the most inaccurate comparison ever. It's kind of like. Hold on. It's what happened to Ember Moon after she left NXT.
Hey, she's still a ROH World Champion, bud.
Yeah, I had no idea, bro.
Yeah, who would? Speaking of news to your ears, hairline. I've got a few headlines. Let's get into the wrestling. You guys follow us at Pro Wrestle Times on YouTube, X, Instagram, all that shit, and check out our Clips channel at Pro Wrestle Clips. I think we're like 50 subs away from being allowed to go live because we meet all of the view and hours watched requirements. So you guys are kicking fucking ass. You're like, they say you need to meet a few of the things. Like I think 3 or the 4 criteria, and one of them's 1,000 subs or like X amount of watch hours. You guys are killing it. You're watching so much of our shit. We're gonna be able to go live sooner than I think we thought. But even if we aren't, the road to 500 this summer. So hopefully by the end of the month here. But even if not, man, we're rocking with you guys. Thank you all so much. And our Discord is open. There's a link in the description below. Go and find that link. It's an invite link. Join our Discord. Read the rules. Keep it polite. And I worked really hard on that shit. And you guys will see we got live. We're going to live stream gaming in there. You'll be able to chat with us. All the discussion. You guys will see it's all laid out there. Please join our Discord. If anything happens to our channel, God forbid, that's where you fuck with the Top Pod boys. Folks, hairline more specifically, since I'm talking to you. Let's get into some fucking headlines. I got some headlines. All 3 of them pertain to WWE, so hairline won't fucking cry and roast me over a fire this episode. All 3 headlines have to do with WWE. We got good news, bad news, and indifferent news. Yeah. What news do you want first?
First off, you did take that really bad last time. You were like, well, because fuck you.
Yeah. I was like, because fuck hairline. We're going to talk about shit anyways.
You just fucking bodied me. But yeah, man, fuck yeah. I'm glad, though. Listen, despite everything you just said there, you were completely right. I would have cried and whined if it was AEW, and I'm glad it's all WWE.
Yeah, you'd have been like, "What is it from a dirt sheet?" Okay, so
did you get this shit from a dirt sheet?
No, this is straight from okay, one is confirmed by WWE. One is also confirmed by WWE, and another one is right from Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Chicken Lips. Which one do you want first?
The chicken. What this chicken lips thing too, man?
It's a cornet saying. It's a cornet saying.
Yeah, but he used it to fucking describe that fucker from NWA that didn't have his back.
Right. He uses it he uses it to like undermine people. I use it because of chicken lips. That's just such a funny thing. So I just say it about whoever said
The
anything.
Rock of all people.
Yeah. No, I love The Rock, bro. All timer. So you want The Rock news first? Okay. So The Rock was on Kevin Hart's podcast. You know the comedian Kevin Hart, and they've done a bunch of movies together.
Yeah.
They're
friends. The little guy.
And so Kevin Hart, it's one of his many, I think, podcasts he has, but he's sitting around, he's sipping wine, and he's joking back and forth with The Rock. And for those of you who are unaware, Kevin Hart is from Philly. And so they're talking about how WrestleMania is in Philly and how Nick Khan called Kevin Hart sweating, because Kevin Hart knows Nick Khan in real life as well, and The Rock grew up with Nick Khan, and they were joking, saying Nick Khan called Kevin and was like, oh, we need a place. What are we going to do about WrestleMania? And Kev was like, hold on, I'll make one phone call. And that was the joke. But the underlying tone of what they were discussing was basically Kevin Hart kept saying, like, you guys are going back, like, you'll be there, like, you guys are in Philly for 40, right? Like, da-da-da. And yes, they were joking and riffing, but basically Kevin Hart, the way he was speaking, because he doesn't know how to keep kayfabe, brother. You know what I mean? He's not in the business. So he was basically saying, like, you'll be there at 40. Hey, you guys are going back at 40. You guys, talking like The Rock is this entity with WWE. And so Hairline, what I got from that was Kevin Hart was kind of subtly spoiling, like, Roman Reigns versus The Rock could be the match for WrestleMania 40 in Philly. Kevin Hart could have something to do with it because I believe he's done WrestleMania promo for WWE before. And not only that, what did Paul Heyman say at the SummerSlam press conference? We are in the bottom of the third with the bloodline story, right? We're not even midway there, Daddy. We're not even in the ninth. We're at the bottom of the third. So what do you make of all that? I mean, Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania 40, this made it seem more like that's more likely than ever. And where we were all anticipating it last WrestleMania, they have it clocked up for 40, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. What do you think about that?
What about Cody?
Well, Cody, that's going to be into our next bit of news I have for you. But Cody could have a match on the horizon for 40 that he doesn't need to wrestle for the belt yet. You know, you can save his Royal Rumble #1 entry Iron Man win for the year after, possibly. And especially if Roman's going to go break all the records like we think. And if Heyman's saying it's only the bottom of the third with Roman and the bloodline. Okay, maybe Cody's not winning at 40, bro.
Well, but hold on, man. Like last pod, like you were saying though, like what was the whole point in like the fucking the documentary then?
And that's where you're right. But I also think that documentary spent a lot of time getting over the fact that Cody is preparing for this battle back to the top and that he's excited for this road back to the top, and it won't be easy. It won't all come to him. He's got a lot left in the tank, and he's finally found who he is, and he's excited to see what comes from that. So maybe that documentary was trying to drive home the point, like, no, you're going to wait a while, bro. Like, if we're thinking about it, when's next Mania? 8 months away type shit. Roman, I could see him holding the belt another, like I see him holding the belt another year.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, for sure. I get. I'm sorry, like, to fucking be a fucking parrot, but like you said, man, third inning.
Third inning. And do you want to know what Umaga's kid tweeted out? The third.
Which one?
Umaga's kid, the one who started wrestling on the Indies. Him and Jacob.
Oh, okay, the guy in the white. Yeah.
Right. And Jacob Fatu from MLW. Check out what Jacob Fatu tweeted out. Bottom of the third. I get chill. I'm a mark. I'm like, ugh. And there's rumors Nia Jax is coming back. So who knows, man? I think the bloodline's gonna come for a lot of time. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, man, go check out Kevin Hart. He interviews The Rock, and I feel like Kevin Hart was accidentally, because The Rock was kind of laughing and kind of like, playing it chill, like kind of change the subject kind of thing, you know? So I don't know if he was just spoiling, like, it'll be The Rock versus Roman at 40, you know? Why not, you know? Anywho,
Yeah.
the next tidbit of news we have, which ties into What About Cody, is Nick Aldis. At the time of us recording this, Raw is live as 4 minutes ago, and Nick Aldis is in WWE tonight working as a producer, Hairline. He has a handful of other producer dates with WWE lined up.
Wait, what?
Nick
What?
Nick Aldis is at Raw
No way.
as we speak, working as a producer tonight.
Who confirmed this?
Everyone in the planet of Earth. He's there. He's there working as a producer. So he also has other producer. He also has other producer dates lined up with the company, and will probably continue his career doing that. He does have some indie dates booked, I guess, that he's slated to show up to, but I don't know. I would personally love to see, if I'm in a fantasy mark book it, you have Aldis do one last run in the company against Cody. They're 1-1. Have him go full heel, attack Cody versus Aldis, WrestleMania.
Oh, here we go. Fantasy mark book.
I just said it. Yeah, I just said I'm gonna mark book this for a second. But I think then Cody doesn't need the title, or if Cody has the world heavyweight title by then, and Aldis goes, if I can't beat you, Cody, I'll retire. And then he just stays as a producer, and he could do,
that'd be great.
Dude, he could, and then Cody doesn't have to, like, imagine Aldis surprise enters the Rumble, fucks Cody out of the winning it, and then boom, that's the match. And he just goes, Cody, we're 1-1. I'm not done yet. I did what you did before you did it. I walked away from the big contracts. I told the big companies, go fuck yourself. I carried professional wrestling on my back. It's me and you at Mania, and then Rock and fight Roman. I'm fantasy mark booking WrestleMania better than anyone.
Yeah, you are.
Either that or give Aldis an NXT title run and then just let him retire, like he'll put over Breaker or something. But I love him as a producer. I'm marking out for this. I'm so happy he's only going to make WWE better than it already is, I think. So anyways, your thoughts?
That's phenomenal. That's excellent fucking news. I also heard fucking Rude is also one of the producers. Started at SummerSlam.
Right. So he's been back, and yeah, it's just basically he was at SummerSlam and he's working as a producer now. Yeah, you know, and it's a shame, like a lot of those guys, James Storm, Robert Roode, Nick Aldis, a lot of those TNA guys who should have got that fucking run or that push, and they just decided to stay elsewhere for too long. Bobby Roode's the shit, and I think he'll just elevate stuff. So our last piece of news from WWE, this one's a sad one. Sonya Deville is shoot injured, needs surgery on her shoulder, and will be out for a long ass time. And tonight on Raw, they are going to address what's going to happen with the women's tag belts. Personally, these belts are fucking cursed. They've been shat all over, jumbled, tossed around, fake injury angles, real injuries. It's just like, get rid of these women's tag belts, or or have them and just like have some crazy tournament and just establish new women's.
Listen, your fantasy. No. Your fantasy mark booking ain't gonna save this. You're
right.
What
do they do?
What are throwing into the?
You think they just throw them away?
Cast them into Mount Doom. You know what I'm saying? Where'd the 24/7 title go?
Yeah, you're right. I was just saying though, like when we have Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, and we have the Alba and Isla Dawn and Fire. Sorry, I had these names. When you have these teams like, and then you have how much money do you got to give the Bella Twins to come back and just like hold them till Mania, then drop them to one of these teams? You know, like just to show up and rarely defend. Like, no, you got to do something with them. I feel like you got to do something and establish that as a real division.
Where are the Bella Twins, gentlemen?
Get me the Bella Twins. Get me the Cavender Twins. Yeah, we're going to call you up to the main roster.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Cavender Twins versus the Bella Twins in a bra and panties match. Yeah. I'm going to save women's wrestling. Get Tony Khan in here. He knows what to do. He knows what to do with women's wrestling. He's booked it.
Yeah, how are the ladies doing?
Goddamn.
how's your King Devil doing, Vince? My what?
My what?
King Devil. Yeah. Huh?
What the fuck is that? I went from 6 million to 2.5, motherfucker. I don't know nothing but billions.
I went from the trailer park. Damn it. God.
How does it feel knowing, Tony, that I was born in a fucking trailer park and I make billions, and you were born with billions and flush it down the goddamn toilet? Yeah. I'm gonna hire you.
Women can wrestle.
Get Nick Khan. Nick Khan, get Jericho on the phone.
Yeah. His phone going off.
Vince, please don't yell at Tony like that, okay? It's huge. What AEW's huge. And if I may, for one,
what's AEW?
Shout it from the hilltops. AEW should be shouted out loud. Yeah,
work its way around. You got to have a party.
God damn it, man.
The fellas don't work anymore.
We're gonna have a basketball match. The Komander twins versus 2-on-2, a pickup game. Yeah, the winner gets the tag belts.
For real though, like I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with those belts. Like they're just gonna give them back. Dude, they're just gonna give them back to Liv and fucking. Dude, tell me I'm wrong though. They're gonna give them back to fucking Liv and Raquel, and we're gonna ditch the whole Raquel versus Rhea thing and pretend that never happened.
Oh my good.
Rather than, right though. I don't know.
No, you're right.
They should give it back to Isla Dawn. I don't know. Really?
That's what I mean, bro. Why don't we have Caden Carter and fucking Alba and whatever? Let them have a best of 7 series. The winners take home the belts, while the rest of the girls establish teams.
This isn't AEW.
Hairline, there's no teams though. They got 3 teams, or they had 4 teams. No, they had 4 teams. One of them broke up. One of them broke up. One of them's injured now. You've got 2 real teams. And that's those teams that they just stripped the belts from and you haven't seen on TV since. So you got to establish those 2 teams as best as you can and then develop a bunch of more ones. You got Trish and Zoe. They're tied up. Trish and Zoe are tied up.
Becky, you need a tag partner.
Get Paige. Call Paige. We're going to bring Paige back. Yeah, you're coming out of retirement.
Sir, she's at AEW now. AEW? What? I'm gonna buy.
Sir, her name is Soraya now. Soraya. What?
That's stupid. I made a movie, The Rock.
But I thought I owed her. I invented her in my movie about The Rock and some little girl that he talked to. You know? Remember when The Rock talked to you? Yeah, that happened. It's in our history now. It's in the history books. Yeah. Dude, the best part about the Cody Rhodes documentary, if you guys can't tell, we're avoiding talking about Dynamite 200. If you guys can't tell,
yeah, fuck yeah, we are.
In the Cody Rhodes documentary, what's so funny is WWE. You know how people go, oh, they like to tell their own history and retell it their way. They not only did they do that in this documentary, but they retold AEW's history for them in the end. Like WWE don't give a fuck. They just told AEW's history in their version, in Vince's version of what AEW is in that documentary. I just love it. I love how ruthless they are.
I'll fly to Cody. Yeah. Nobody's ever done.
Yeah, I'll get on a plane. I'll fly to his house. Just as long as Brandy isn't there, I still hate her.
Sir, Brandy's probably gonna be there. They just had a baby.
What?
I'll buy the
Cody, we'll hire you on one condition. Brandy can't be on TV. She can't have that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine, sir. But can I have the dog on every other month?
Yeah. Is it gonna shit? Is it gonna shit in my rig?
Yeah. Because
I fired the boss man for that. Tell your dad to tell you about the time I fired the big boss man for that. For his dog shitting in a cage match. Okay, Dynamite 200. Dynamite 200.
The kennel match. Poor Al Snow, bro.
Okay, Dynamite 200. Dynamite 200.
My bad. Yeah.
So, AEW Dynamite 200. the historic 200th episode of AEW Dynamite. Ho ho, and I'm Excalibur with Tony Schiavone and the Human Suplex Machine Taz. And they were broadcasting from the Wangling Center in Tampa, Florida. So they're in WWE country, and this show set off with Chris Jericho and Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis as they took on Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. I bet you're gonna note how commentary popped you somewhere. This match was what it was. There was a bit of schmoz in it, where Jericho chose Takeshita and Callis over the JAS. Hairline, take us through your notes and let us know who won this thing. Obviously, yeah, let us know.
So this is how you open a fucking show. That's all I have to say. I don't know, man. Like, fucking, it's like, Hairline, what would make you tune into every AEW? I'd say you started with Chris Jericho. So we're off to a good start with it. So Don Callis almost got fucking struck by the pyro. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? He's still not used to, like, doing the Jericho entrance and all that.
Yeah.
Taz started geeking out over that.
That was good.
That was pretty good. Yeah, man. God, what a heartbreaking match, though. Yeah, so I guess to my commentary notes, Excalibur, nobody gives a shit that Takashi beat up fucking his high school BFF. You know what I'm saying? In front of 5 people in Japan. You know?
Yeah.
We appreciate that you watched that tape, Excalibur, but
yeah, it's like where do I go to watch that bitch shoot? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah, man. So a lot of this was just Jericho versus his boys. Did you notice Sammy was dressed like fucking Alpha Academy?
No.
How Alpha Academy's got like that black and pink right now.
Yeah.
The way, I think I'm saying Takasha.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Takeshita.
Am I saying it right?
Konosuke Takeshita.
You know, I'm just gonna keep saying shit my way.
Go, hey brother, it's your podcast.
Right. So the way Takeshita took that shooting star press like complete shit, man. I don't know. You see a lot of that. I'm not trying to fucking just make this a fucking schling fest.
Yeah.
Wow, a schling shit fest, but like fucking a lot of these guys don't catch each other, right? Or like take the bumps from. And I don't know. It just
I think it's just everything's so rushed. It's just like move, like nothing's sat to breathe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So bound to make mistakes.
Yeah, man. Poor Jericho.
Yeah. So basically what happened was the schmaz at the end. So Garcia blocks the Judas effect, rolls up Jericho, almost gets a near fall. Garcia gets the Dragon Tamer. The ref's distracted by Takeshita and Sammy brawling on the outside. Callis grabbed Jericho's bat and cracked Garcia in the head with it. Jericho saw him do it. He chooses Callis and picks up the win. And I don't know, he made his choice here on Dynamite 200, said Excalibur. And yeah, I don't know. That was what it was. I was just like, okay, I didn't care about any of that shit, really.
It was heartbreaking to me.
I don't know. The JS is just such a sloppy clusterfuck of a team anyways. I just don't care if they break up. They should be broken up already anyways. So up next was my personal. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just want the Jericho and Sammy fucking WWE run. You know what I'm saying? Where they do the sex ads.
So next up, we had my personal favorite moment from the entire episode. This is my personal little treat here in this Dynamite 200. Dynamite 200 wouldn't be Dynamite 200. It wouldn't be a party day without the man himself, Tony Khan. And thanks, guys. Tony Khan comes in, thanks, guys. And he's standing there in their green room, CGI room. And basically, Tony Khan goes, we're celebrating the 200 episodes of AEW Dynamite, and we're also celebrating an important milestone on our way to the biggest professional wrestling show of all time, AEW All In, on August 27th at Wembley. Now, he says, thank you to all the fans in the world who made it possible. Thank you to the wrestlers and staff. And then they play like a highlight of all the moments of AEW. They showed Cody getting beaten up and shit like that, which I thought was cute. like right early on in it. They showed like I think Omega like V triggering him or something like that.
He announced a video package.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and we have Wembley coming up. It'll be great. But dude, how hard is he just trying to be normal? That's what's so funny. It's almost like
really so hard. Yeah, like
if you ran into that dude in an alley, he would be, and he was like, talk to you like that, you would swear you came across like an alien who's like hiding out in human fucking skin, trying to be normal, you know. But it's cool, man. It was he had to make an appearance of some sort.
I wrote he's a coked up robot.
Okay, not going there. But after the commercial break, Renee Paquette is backstage trying to get a word in with Chris Jericho. But before Jericho could respond to Renee, Matt Menard came to give Daddy a taste. And Menard's like, I don't know what the hell's going on around there. But next week, JAS have a mandatory meeting, and you're going to be there, and then they walk off.
I hope he fires all of them except for Sane.
So I just hope they all break up, and Anna Jay's with Jungle Boy, and they just do this shit correctly. I don't understand why JAS is still a team. I don't care about any of this. Tony Schiavone is in the ring to introduce FTW champion Jack Perry, and as we said on the last episode, and as your boy Phil predicted, fucking RVD makes his debut. Now, I know I jumped the gun there, but people already knew. They were chanting it before it happened. People leaked it all on fucking X. And they should have did this with Hook. I just feel like this, if Taz was talking shit and he was just the mouthpiece for his son who just stood there mean mugging with the belt and was like, yeah, I'll fuck up all these old clowns. And then it build up to like a baby face Jungle Boy taking Hook out one day. I think that's more of an investment than fucking this. I just think whatever they're doing with Jungle Boy word, obviously Tony Khan like sees, like I think Tony Khan sees in Jungle Boy like this is the future of like AEW and shit, which that's not like a bad thing. Yeah. I mean, if Vince or
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't be sorry, man. You'll get me going though. That's all I'm worried about. You fucking
who is this guy?
Jungle Man? Yeah, bring him here. I got an idea. His new name is Jungle Man. Yeah. Anyways, dude.
We're gonna make him watch. We're gonna make him watch promos and actually practice how to wrestle.
We'll give him a mouthpiece. Get me Prince Nana. Anyways, though, I predicted they were going to do this ECW angle, or I at least pitched it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You did, though. You did, yeah.
Like so long ago, man. Week. But they should have did it with Hook. And now, also, Hairline, what is this match with RVD that's going to be next week? It's being contested under, drumroll, FTW rules. What did your boy Phil say since they introduced the FTW title? Years ago, we're not even talking about recently. We're talking years ago before I had a podcast. I told anyone who watched AEW that would listen to me, the FTW belt should be FTW rules, unsanctioned match. And then it should be like their hardcore division, but not like, defended in the back. It shouldn't be like WWE's hardcore belt anywhere, anytime, 24/7 rule, but it should just be their unsanctioned division where Nick Cage can come do a goof match with Moxley and it can just be contained there and fucking, if they want to do unsanctioned shit, it can happen there. And then if you want a 24/7 element, you just have that while an unsanctioned match is sanctioned or whatever, anyone can run in the match and steal the belt or something as long in the time limit or something. You just make up some stupid shit. But this is, they waited too long to do this FTW rules. It should have been this from the beginning. And Tony should have brought Hoovy in he brought Hoovy in to wrestle Jericho. Wrestle Hook. Sabu, wrestle Hook. Jerry Lynn, do this shit with Hook. RVD, wrestle Hook. Their dad has history with it.
Look at Tommy Draper in it.
Yeah. Get Bully Ray in. Get Tommy Dreamer in. Get Shane Douglas in. Get all these people in. Have Hook. Like, Hook is Taz's son. How do you miss this? But what they're going to do is Hook's going to be the one to stand up to fucking Jungle Boy. And I know that's what's coming. And I'm saying it now. I predicted all this, so I'm telling you guys now. But it's just that, like, is that really who gets more over there? Like, Jungle Boy just has, I don't know. He feels like the biggest flop ever to me. Like, when he has a character and a look like that. I don't mind his heel shit, But goddamn, I just think like if you're gonna do the ECW rub, give it to Hook, man. He's right there. It's insane to me you wouldn't give it to him. I've spent way too much time on this, but Jerry Lynn comes out, fucking Jungle Boy snatches the mic. He's like, yo, man, fuck you, da 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 da. And Jerry Lynn's like, I can't fight. My neck's fucked. I gave it for the business, but here's a guy who can fight you. And that's when RVD shows up. His Pantera music is playing from ECW, which is really cool that Tony bought it or licensed it or whatever. And yeah, man, he comes out. RVD's throwing spin kicks. He's getting in the ring good. He looks like he can still go. I've seen him on the indies. He wrestled Darius Martin like 6 months ago or last year, and he looked great. So I'm actually excited for this match, but Jungle Boy's just going to do the same old shit, and he doesn't really know how to heel in a match. But hopefully RVD helps gets this guy over, and it's not happening at Wembley like everyone said. It's actually going to happen on Dynamite this week, so I'm excited for that. Hairline, your thoughts on all this RVD's return?
So I don't know, man. I guess I see why Vince turned down another RVD run. It's not that he like. Obviously, yes, he's chubby and older. He can still do his little spin kicks and shit, but I don't know what he's thinking about one more run. You know, like he do this one off against Jungle Boy. You know what I'm saying? And then go to your little cons and sign autographs and fucking sell your dope, brother.
Would you pay to see RVD show up and go, "Hey Roman, I'm a cool dude.
No.
Listen, da 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 da," and just job to Roman? You wouldn't be interested in that whatsoever. Okay. So moving along.
Would you?
Absolutely. I think
maybe like on a house show. Like a house show.
No, not a house show. You do it on like a big SmackDown, go home, or you do, because it does seem very indie-ish to, like, it seems Impact-y to be like, I have a secret opponent, and then at the pay-per-view he comes out, like, that's very TNA, you know?
It's PCO!
Right. But if on like
all you fuckers how to sell.
Imagine if on like a SmackDown, Van Dam just shows up and goes, "Hey Roman, you talk a lot of this, but you know I fucking did this and that. I'll go you Extreme Rules. If you put that belt against me with anything on," and then Roman just beats him, and then the crybabies. Like, I think that's still cool to do in wrestling too, you know?
Fucking
go ahead. Sorry.
Bully Ray's all like, "Hey Jungle Boy, how you feel about fire spots?"
If Bully Ray and Dreamer and shit don't show up for this Jungle Boy shit, that is gonna piss me off, because they're right there. If you're gonna do it, do it. Don't just. My grandpa used to say, if you're gonna do something, do it. You know, so it's just like, go full force. I'm going full force. You ever see that whole wrestling promo? Tony, go full force and fucking bring in. Yeah, don't do an ECW invasion.
Like
just have them have matches.
Full force like a jackhammer.
And speaking of anything goes, no rules matches, up next, an anything goes match.
I'm trying so hard to
Hairline's highlight of the fucking night: John Moxley versus Penta El Zero Miedo versus Trent Beretta. Hairline, what do you have for notes for this match? Take us through it.
I feel like I forgot this was a match until they all walked out, and I was just like, what the fuck? Jesus. Okay, I wrote fucking this is gonna be a shit show, and that this is just GCW minus the class. You know what I'm saying? Fucking same exact thing. There's always a double table spot.
Yeah.
You know. Fucking God.
It was just indie-rific, whatever. Beretta's bleeding.
Mox was just hanging out. Waiting to do his fucking next spot.
Dude, literally just wait. Like, he doesn't even sell shit anymore. It's good.
Yeah, he just hangs out.
Beretta gets a big win. I'm happy Beretta gets a win, but why, when these other two guys have been pushed way more? I get it, but Beretta's like a floundering whatever. No, and they're recreating their own parking lot brawl that they had with Santana and Ortiz. They want to do it with Mox and them. That's cool. But it's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like you spend so much time making Beretta a goof, and then you have this goofy indie-rific. Like, this wasn't even ECW. This was like indie fucking Slotchamania style. Like, it
was GCW. It was GCW minus the glass, bro.
Yeah, bro. So it was just, I didn't enjoy this at all, and I just found myself looking at my phone and shit while this was going on. So
fucking yeah, amen, brother. So fucking Penta does this avalanche destroyer and fucking takes way more of the table than Trent does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's just kind of like what you said. Everything's so rushed that these spots aren't like thought through.
And Penta does an avalanche destroyer on Darius Martin, snaps his leg into and spins it around. Yeah, he's a rookie, but hey, how about we just don't do that for a bit? You know, like why don't we just lay off those and someone grab a goddamn headlock? We need shirts that say grab a headlock for PWT. And then Chuck Taylor fires up. One of these two fucking best friends gets on the mic and starts cussing and shit. And I'm going, like, I swear, AEW. This is my conspiracy theory. Ready? Do 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 do. It's Phil's conspiracy corner. My conspiracy is that when the AEW released that list of banned shit, I think they did that purposefully to just be in the news cycle, get people going crazy, get people going insane, and to stir up people who, when they break all those fucking rules, they go, and we called it on the show. We're like, not much will change. They'll get this shit cleared for the most part, but maybe we'll see some people do less shit. But we were like, these banned moves and shit are a good thing for the overall of AEW. But we knew people were still going to do whatever. They can't just change everything. But all I'm saying is that I feel like they put that out there purposefully so that people get outraged every show. I can't believe he dived in the crowd, because they love drumming up the toxicity. I feel like they like to throw that word. Yeah, so I feel like that's all a part of it.
It's like I man, God, I'm so fucking awful at this, bro. It's all the dope I fucking smoke.
That's okay, bro.
The girl from last week's pod,
LuFisto.
Yeah, it's like LuFisto said, bro. It's a fucking high school locker room. The kids on the one side of the building are talking shit about the other kids on the other side of the building. Except in this case, the other kids on the side of the building is Jeff Jarrett and his goofs fucking talking about fucking Matt Hardy and his fucking drug-addled brother. That's where we're at.
So do you remember like an hour after LuFisto shit happened, and I read it live on the pod, and I was like, dude, all of a sudden hashtag WWE women deserve better is a thing. I was like, this is a bot effort. Okay, so what happened also is all at the same time in the same hour, the entire AEW women's locker room tweeted out a bunch of shit. Would you like me to read just a couple of their things that they tweeted out? I saved some of them. Do you want to talk about this a little bit before we move on? Like, I just saved a couple I wanted to read, maybe.
Are we done with your conspiracy thing?
Yeah, we are. I just wanted to say that, okay, here, I'll read some of these. So
can we do this has been Phil's conspiracy, and
then so Ruby Soho said, my only statement, the women in the AEW locker room don't just claim to be in support of women's wrestling. They show it, whether you see it or not. The ones who don't ask for credit after they stand in gorilla and cheer for two women who beat each other to a pulp for your amusement. The ones who lend an enhancement talent their knee pads because they forgot theirs at home. The ones who sit in the locker room with a sobbing peer for an hour to console her when she's having a bad day. Those women are silent heroes. Just because the voices you hear are the loudest doesn't mean those voices are speaking the truth. Taya Valkyrie said, this narrative that all the AEW women hate each other is quite frankly annoying. I've been there for 5 months, and everyone from the second I walked in that building has been nothing but supportive, hyping each other up and badass. Stop pinning women against each other. It's getting old. What else?
Dakota Kai's a real good boss, right? Tell him how good of a boss I am.
Heather Reckless says, for what it's worth, I've done extra work for AEW a number of times, and one night you guys in the women's locker room literally flooded me with offers for a place to stay and even offered to pay for a hotel room for me just so I wouldn't have to sleep in my car. Penelope Ford said, crying real tears, these women were here for me when I had a miscarriage, and that information was shared in our locker room and never left our locker room. My husband and I told our story when we were ready. If all of this isn't a supportive locker room, then I don't know what is. Harley Cameron says, as one of the newest women in AEW roster, I have been welcomed, encouraged, inspired by my entire locker room and the entire company. I love going to work.
Hold on.
What do you make of all this? It's crazy.
Is there more? Because
yeah,
first
I didn't get into. I saved
Penelope.
Britt Baker for last. I got Britt Baker. You ready?
Good. No, hold on. I want to talk about Penelope fucking pit stop right here, quick. What a just fucking flame the victim fucking. When I had my abortion, it's like, dude.
No, don't
okay.
hairline. No. YouTube. He didn't say.
Well, that's what it is, bro. Dude, that's so extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. And they all tweeted these out like an hour within each other. So I think that shows unity in the women's locker room. They all got together and said, no, girls, let's show them how united we are. And that's cool. But there's also a lot of women who aren't saying shit. Thunder Rosa ain't said shit.
Yeah, where they're
yeah, and that's what LuFisto said. She's like,
sorry.
But the ones are quiet, don't say shit because they don't, and that's how it is everywhere in every industry. We all know it,
Let's get back to these posts.
Yeah, so here's Britt Baker. So someone says, and Thunder Rosa, are the claims that you wanted to shoot on her true? Is LuFisto lying about that? Is what she said true or false? And Britt Baker says false. Thunder called the meeting to discuss multiple personal issues. There was no meeting to shoot on her, in quotations. These are salacious Twitter rumors. I'm sure when she's ready, she can help clarify. First off, Britt, it's X now. Saraya says the narrative going around is very disheartening, considering someone says that they want the best for women's wrestling, but buries it in a number of tweets. I will say being in this company. So Saraya's going, yeah, she says she wants the best, but she buries women's wrestling. I will say being in this company close to a year, my favorite part is being with the girls in the locker room. They uplift, support, and laugh with each other every week and only want the best for one another. We hype each other up. We buy each other wrestling gear sometimes just as a little surprise. We text each other daily, and we are there as a shoulder too. This is one of the best locker rooms I've been in, and I refuse to let people twist it to be otherwise. Love you all. Madison Rain says, every Wednesday I leave my daughter and husband and get on a plane. Every Wednesday I fly somewhere hundreds of miles away from my dad who's battling stage 4 cancer. And every Wednesday I walk into a locker room of women who motivate us and genuinely enjoy one another. Hairline, you're gonna get us in trouble for laughing because that's Madison. We're praying for your father for real.
I didn't say. Cancer sucks for sure.
But you're making me laugh while I'm trying to read something. This is super serious.
Okay. But it's just dude. Oh God.
But wait, there's more.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about this off pod, okay?
Okay. So Nyla Rose says we're still going. We're not done. I saved all these. What? Okay, Nyla Rose says one person's personal experience is not A, the gospel truth, B, facts, C, anything but one perspective influenced by personal experience and interaction. I'm sad, hurt, annoyed, angry, and honestly a little betrayed. Funny thing is, it's not by a single woman in our locker room.
Aren't A and C the same thing?
Yes. I believe you're right. So Renee Paquette, we have an we have an incredible women's division that all look out for and support each other. I've never seen it be anything other than safe space for a bunch of kick-ass women that all want to see each other and all of AEW shine to their fullest potential. Women hating women is a real dusty move. Jesus. Are you ready for Ty Mello?
No, that is not a move I have in my arsenal.
Dusty would never do that. How dare you evoke Dusty, baby?
Yeah. You charlatan, how dare you? My son left this company for a reason, Daddy.
Are you ready for Ty Mello? And last but not least, Ty Mello.
Who? Who's Ty Mello? Is that Sammy's wife?
Yeah.
Can you do it like?
No,
Sweet.
I'm pregnant and going to see a high with doctor. That's it. We're fucking kidding. This show's oh fuck, guys! Oh my god, we might not be able to fucking.
Teddy Cat's a great boss. Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm
Oh my
crying.
god.
I can't believe it.
Ty Mello, I'm
Read,
pregnant
I'm
and going
sorry.
to see a high risk doctor. I'm going through a
Oh,
lot and
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Let's just move on.
Ty Mello, God bless you and your family for real. And I mean this sincerely. Fucking hairline. Fuck you, hairline. Okay. I'm pregnant and going to see a high risk doctor.
We
I'm
know.
going through a
We
lot,
know.
and going to AEW makes me happy. The whole locker room makes me feel loved. They listen to me and they support me. Last Wednesday, Ruby gave me a big hug and told me how proud she is and reminded me how strong I'm. How strong I'm. Oh my God, she didn't write how strong I am. She write how strong I'm.
How strong I'm.
Oh fuck. Oh man.
This is the funniest. This is like,
Holy
oh,
shit.
this is more intense for the Sandman
Oh,
shit.
I'm so glad I saved those, dude.
Oh
Oh, shout
no,
out
bro.
LuFisto for giving us this gold with whatever the fuck you said.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Sean Ross Sapp just licking his fucking chicken lips right now.
It's all bump these guys.
Oh shit. So
Oh
speaking of
god.
hilarious interactions with women and AEW backstage, back to AEW 200. Renee Paquette is backstage with Rob Van Dam, and RVD is going basically. I heard Jack Perry running his mouth. I mean, does he know people are listening? I'll challenge you for the FTW championship, and after I beat him, I'm gonna like vacate. Basically, he's like, I'm gonna pull a GSP. I'm gonna win the belt and then retire it because I've retired belts in the past, and that's what I do. And I'm the fucking guy. RVD. I like this promo, bro, and he got huge pops. Like I know what you're saying, airline, but RVD's getting the pops. And yeah, I don't know, man. Up next,
Well,
we
yeah,
have.
because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, I guess to say something positive, all these guys are pretend ECW marks, as in the neckbeards. There's
I'm
a
surprised
portion of them
Moxley
that
didn't
live
get this
it.
match, for fuck's sake.
Well, Moxley for sure took a picture with him. He walked right over there and shook his hand. And
He's like, nah, RVD isn't cool enough to fight me. Bring me Nic Jax.
yeah,
Shooby doo wah.
so I was watching JAS this weekend while my daughter was taking a nap. God, he's, we for sure nailed that much. Like he's for sure watching cable and then applying it to his wrestling. We got that.
Mox is
Anyways,
like,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to team up with Vampiro in a graveyard match. Scooby Doo wah wah. AEW World Champion MJF comes to the ring. The crowd chants MJF, MJF. He gets nuclear pops. And MJF goes, sounds like we've got a couple devil worshippers in the house. And I just want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation with everyone here tonight and those of you at home. And he's like, I have ADD.
Yeah, man.
And I was like,
what was this?
I don't know. He did this before, like months ago. He did the I have ADD as a kid. They used to throw pennies at me and call me a Jew boy. And it's like, okay, you're doing the same shit. And he's like, I'm still a scumbag, but I'm your scumbag. And he's doing the thing right. But this was the first time where I went, I don't know, little shaky. But Adam Cole comes to the ring. The fans chant for Adam Cole.
Boom.
Cole's going, you continue to impress me every day. They go, I love you, man. I love you. Fucking MJF's like, I'm going to give you not an opportunity, but the opportunity. You're going to face me at Wembley.
Yeah, they worked me quick, bro.
For the world heavyweight title. Yes. And then they fucking, they sign the contract. They hug. I love you. I love you. And Roddy Strong throws a temper tantrum backstage. Obviously, this story is going to take a huge turn left or right quickly at the end of this match, come Wembley right away, or either they break up this team or I think, remember how Adam Cole used to be a part of the Kingdom, and we saw the Kingdom approach Roddy Strong.
Yeah.
So we've seen Roddy Strong lead the, what was it in NXT, the Diamond Mine or the Diamond Factory or the,
Yeah, it was a Diamond Mine.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
it was a
Diamond Mine. And we've also seen him part of UE. I think we see Roddy Strong join the Kingdom, and what we see is Adam Cole and MJF fight to the limit, and then we'll see we'll see MJF eke the belt out from Cole, but he won't cheat to do it. And then I think we're gonna see Roddy Strong come out, attack Cole, and then MJF's gonna beat up Strong. They're gonna hug, and then the Kingdom are gonna come out, beat the fuck out of them, and then we're gonna see like Cole and MJF versus the Kingdom and Strong, and that's what I think. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what did you make of this segment? What did you make of this segment, and what are you excited for this match at Wembley?
All right, so I thought it was very effective that Cole came out to no music. This is fucking take notes, guys. Like, not everyone has to fucking run down. Like, it was like that one fucking time where Jeff Hardy like danced his way to the ring.
Yeah, when Matt's getting attacked, he's like dancing and pointing at the crowd. Fuck. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but like, it was so like it was effective. You know, some less is more shit. Yeah, man. So it's about time Wembley gets some attention outside of CM Punk. Fucking MJF was like, oh shit, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get some attention on Wembley. So I wrote down in my notes, fucking Roddy's throwing a Sasha Banks level tantrum. He's like throwing shit.
And it's so funny with his neck brace. It's like, dude, he just looks like a gimp.
Yeah, he's working the gimmick, brother. Even when he takes his pictures, he has little pictures on his Instagram. He's wearing her, brother. Yeah, man. So Taven to NXT, please.
Yeah, that's your takeaway. So up next we have the trios match. The Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson versus Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Satnam Singh. Carry on highway. This is not how you build a giant, is this match, but I liked how, I don't know, man, I'm a mark for these old, like, the Elite trios matches. I felt like they should have been doing all this. Well, they have been doing it over the history, but I don't know. I think that there should have been more emphasis on like the whole Elite dichotomy, and they should have been the champions and had their runs with all the belts and all those things like from the jump. And there are trios here just for a fun little match with Lethal and Jarrett, and it's really cool. Like, where did you ever think you'd see Jeff Jarrett and Kenny Omega wrestling each other in 2023? I just think that's so crazy. And then this whole narrative of like the Elite re-signed with AEW, no shit, and them going,
yeah, you know, shocker. My God!
And everyone's saying there's no Elite without the Elite. And the Elite are on the fucking Swerve Strickland's podcast going, these are like NBA level contracts. And they're talking about fucking, they were thinking about maybe leaving.
Are you serious?
And they weighed their options, and the money was, and it's like, man, these guys.
Where are they going?
There's no Elite. Going? There's no Elite without the Elite, bro.
Where are they going?
There's no AEW without the Elite. You guys, they were literally ready to throw their hands up and walk away over Punk, though. If that was the case, they would have shook his goddamn hand. They wouldn't have even considered offers from the other place. If there's no Elite without all Elite, like, they wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? So I just think that whole narrative is just goofy. I just feel like them being executive vice presidents is not what's best for business. But either way,
can you believe it? They re-signed. Yeah, Dave, who can believe it?
So this match was what it was, the flippy shit, the super kicks, the V triggers, all good. I liked when Omega teased the fucking one-winged angel on Satnam Singh. Sanjay Dutt, after the fucking match, you know, Cutler gets rocked out. Thank God Sanjay rocks him out. Matt and Jeff Hardy run down. They grab the guitar. Sorry, this was actually during the match, whatever. Hangman comes out and he's going, I don't know if you've seen, but there's been a big announcement today that the Elite have re-signed with AEW. And it's just like, okay. So tonight, Dynamite 200. Yeah, it's just like, bro, come, like, they're trying to make it to news. That's what I mean, dude. They tried to plant the seeds and make it like, oh, there could be this big, where are the Elite going, to try and hype them up, but it just didn't work because no one cares right now. Like, they're just not as hot as they were. Kenny's hot, but I just feel like the Bucks have lost so much, and Paige too, have lost so much momentum from all of this Punk drama, and I feel like it's more their fault than anybody's. They just shouldn't be EVPs. I just think that's an ugly look. But anyways,
based off Cody. Cody was put over by Brock Lesnar.
Right. And did
That's
you
what they.
hear
That's what's.
that SummerSlam moment, which we'll get into later on?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We'll talk about it when we
Okay,
but I'm just saying, like,
bro,
that's such a fuck you. That's just such a fuck you to the Young Bucks. They were like, Cody, you won't be shit without us. He's literally fucking. I'll fly out.
He's the most validated.
Broke, why would he
Cody's the most certified in the business, man.
Like of all time, and like, they had that, and like, I remember that when he made that tweet about fucking all my peers don't think The Rock versus Hulk Hogan or whatever is one of the greatest matches ever. It's just like
that let me know why Cody was my favorite. That's why he's my favorite, because we think the same. That match to me, and then especially if you believe Hogan's claims, which I don't fully believe, but according to him, they called that whole thing beforehand, but then when they went in the ring, they fucking called it on the fly because the crowd shifted. Now, whether you believe that or not, I don't know, but because it's Hulk Hogan, brother.
Has The Rock said it?
I don't think he's confirmed nor denied it. I don't think he's confirmed nor denied that, but hey, man, that to me is the legendary shit. So the Mogul Embassy played footage of them invading Buddy Wayne's wrestling academy. And so Nick Wayne's training in the ring. Swerve opens the door, and this made me get into Nick Wayne and AR Fox. They come in there, they beat him down, they bloody him up. I don't know. It just seemed very gritty, real, and visceral. It reminded me of like the scene in Batman where the Joker's like fucking got that guy tied up and is like, like, tell them what I tell, So this kind of got the whole Nick Wayne story over with me a bit. But also
compared it to Bam.
It made me go, like, AR Fox, I'm down with this new sort of heel thing they're doing with him. And I guess AR Fox and Swerve used to tag a bunch, like on the indies back in the day, which I didn't know. Thank you, Excalibur, for pointing that out for me. But what did you make of this? What did you make of this segment? Yeah, we did. What did you make of this segment? And are you at all invested now in this Nick Wayne? Do you think it was too fucked up? Like, it was very bloody and crazy for that young kid to just be in an angle. I was like, holy shit. Surprised Mox wasn't like, no, I want this to be me, Scooby-Doo, Shooby-Doo, wah-wah. But yeah, what did you make of it?
I did write down Nick Wayne as Mox. Yeah. That's in the notes. Yeah, man. So I would compare this, like, the film style to like the Ring of Honor Briscoe Brothers chicken coop match. It like had that kind of grittiness, fucking filters, kind of. So I don't know, man. I honestly don't give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about Nick Wayne. I think Swerve slaps his knee too much.
Fair.
And all it's going to be is Road Warrior Darby's going to come after them now. And like, okay, like, my bad. I'm not trying to. Okay, Swerve Strickland has really been taking his body seriously, regardless of all my joking. Yeah, regardless of all my joking. AR Fox also looks good. But here's the thing. None of this fucking matters because they're going to job to the little fucking Twinkie looking dude that doesn't take his body serious and fucking he's more concerned about climbing Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying?
This kid should be on Ring of Honor in that studio, racking up wins, getting the
I'm saying Darby. My bad. I'm saying like Darby.
Oh, you're saying Darby. Yeah, okay. I mean, Darby's over, so I get why they.
But like, how is that believable? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm calling him Road Warrior Darby. He's going to come down there and fuck these two guys up by himself. I got one more thing.
Good.
It was funny how he was all like, unlock your phone. It's just he just does it.
Oh my goodness, dude. So up next, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match. For some reason on AEW 200, Aussie Open, the champions, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, took on the AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo and Komander. Again, if you're gonna team these two guys up, okay, because they're both from CMLL. So do that when they come to the company together. Just put them in a fucking team together. here's more belts. It's like, okay, is the one that fucking El Hijo is wearing, is that just a part of his fucking getup, or is that a real world title? There's 2 championships from 2 different companies in a fucking match on AEW Dynamite 200 and Aussie Open. I mean, I love them. I don't know. Komander, like I don't know. He's okay with me. He's not, I don't. And then Vikingo's okay with me too. But here's the problem is that Komander and Vikingo, they don't have fundamentals. They don't sell good at all. And they just do crazy shit. So I get it, but I don't know. I'm not hating on anyone in this match, but I'm also just going, why? There's a million other people who could be on TV who are relegated to fucking Saturdays because the Young Bucks, basically, So I just whatever. This was whatever to me. Decent match, I guess. A lot of poor selling, but Aussie Open's cool. Your thoughts?
I skipped it.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not watching Ring of Honor for that.
Okay. No, that's totally fair.
It's so weird. God, like I don't even want to like be like fuck Ring of Honor, blah 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 blah. But it's like it's not the same Ring of Honor. So
no, it's a totally
just
different
like
thing.
Well, okay, my bad. And once again, this isn't again discrediting any of these wrestlers. It's just like I'm not invested in the Aussie Open. I've seen them the once, and they jabbed Orange Cassidy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I sure as fuck don't give a fuck about Komander and fucking El Vikingo or whoever the fuck you said. El Bisono.
Vikingo and Komander.
Yeah, so next up we had Shida versus Tony.
Right, so this is the main event time. God. AEW Women's World Championship. Tony Storm with the Outcast versus Hikaru Shida. Tony Khan. Here's how Tony Khan books it. Okay, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Shida come back after she's been gone for 7 months, and she'll just be Nyla Rose, and then she'll be done with and then she'll face Sonya Deville for the title, and
it'll just like soda water.
I need a soda water. Dude, it's fucking. I don't know though, man. So. This match, I like both of these girls a lot. I can't believe they took the belt off of Storm. I'm chill with it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm chill with it, but like, why did it, like right before Wembley? It makes no sense. They want Shida to go ahead. Sorry.
Last pod, I was all like, I think Tony's finally getting over with me, and like, she's a good champ.
And then the promo she cut on Collision. Now that she's lost her belt, dude, she cut a promo. I don't want to jump ahead, but I'll just say this. She cut a promo on Collision as well, Tony. That was on another level of her being like, I'm falling apart since I've lost the belt. Like, and she was like breaking down. And dude, I was sitting there going, hi, she should be in movies. Yeah, she's not going to be doing this much longer. She's going to be in Hollywood right away with promos like this.
Yeah,
and for I'm going to make a movie about her with The Rock. I know just how to get her over. The thing is, though,
The Rock taught you how to wrestle, right?
Yeah. Stone Cold met you, right? Yeah. He told you were wrestling on Raw. You were coming back.
Have I introduced you to Austin here? Yeah.
So she's like brilliant, and I can't believe before they go to Wembley. Now I know she's Australian, but before they go to Wembley, they're going to take the belt off of her. Why are they just like, Tony's like, oh, we owe Shida a moment. She was our pandemic champ, so let's give her the Wembley moment. Like, what? I don't know. I love Shida, and this match was good, and I did like it. For a main event, though, for Dynamite 200, this is your main event, not the Elite versus, you could have done the Elite versus Punk and after, you could have did anything, you know?
They say I can't book women's wrestling, and I made women the centerpiece of women 200. 200, yeah.
Yeah, so
I can book her the year.
What did you make of this match though overall, and what do you make of them switching the title like this before Wembley?
Trash. Fucking Tony was kicking Shida's ass like almost the whole time, and I was like, I was like, fucking Tony's either fucking cleaning the slate of this bitch, or she's dropping the strap. Oh God.
So what do you think? Like rematch at Wembley? Like what's the move? Sorry, you go ahead. What's the outcome of this though? Why do this?
Oh yeah, my man.
Sorry.
Tony kind of has boo-boo face coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's
She kinda,
bullshit. Because this is bullshit. Like,
yeah,
what the
fuck
fuck?
yeah, dog.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dog. Yeah, Tony, can you come in here real quick? Yeah, we're gonna give about the Sheeta.
Yeah.
We're doing real great, but the ratings say that Sheeta has better ratings. So our key demo really likes Sheeta.
And
Yeah,
get the
my
fuck
bad,
out
bro.
of here. The key
So,
demo. Like Tony Storm or
yeah,
Sheeta. What
no,
are
no,
men
listen,
stopping the channel for?
no, listen.
And can I tell you something? I
Dave,
think
Dave,
Sheeta's hot
Dave.
as fuck, dude. Google her. When I'm making thumbnails for videos,
Bro.
dude, she's body
I mean, I'd
yaddied
say
up.
Tony's hot.
She is. I
Tony's a
was just gonna say,
dime,
but
dime.
yo, listen. Sheeta is fucking
Listen.
fine though. But Tony Storm trumps her, like even trumps her, dude. So it's like, God, Tony Storm's one of those rare pieces of woman that come along
You know
every
who's even hotter?
Who?
Kana.
This motherfucker.
On the road. Yeah, my bad. So fucking back to this match though. Fucking Sheeta did a fucking insecurity to Tony, and she just like slowly walked into the turnbuckle.
I just think, she was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, man.
So with
20 minutes, a 20-minute time limit, or for the remainder of the show.
Yeah,
bro. And you know what? Taz had the audacity to say, "Fucking the refs are always lenient here in AEW." I wrote, "Taz, come on, bro. What? Always lenient? What refs are you watching, bro? The only good refs, the African American."
Yeah, dude. And what we got here is Collision is reaching numbers like 780,000 to end the show, we have Dynamite ending their show as low as like 760,000. So what did I say? Collision, if you put it on Wednesday, we'd have over 1 million viewers every week. I've been saying it. We're on the death night Saturday. Collision, if there's nothing else, if there's no UFC and shit, and even when there is UFC, Collision is touching Dynamite numbers. Come on, folks.
Well, that's fucking. What else did Tony say? That's bullshit, man. Right? Right? That's what he was. Nobody's watching you. Nobody's watching UFC, man. I can't. That's the voice.
I saw a post that I can't find anywhere, but it was about the ratings for each episode of Dynamite. I think it was
I saw that. Yeah.
It was like their 100th episode. Well, it just showed you like their 200th episode is their lowest rated compared to their 100th compared to their first. Like someone showed like every 100 episodes, like they're just going down and down. And I'm not shitting. I don't mean to be shitty, but it's just there's a problem there. Yeah, I know. It's just I think if they just did the old switcheroo, do what you're doing on Dynamite, do it on Saturdays, and let Punk and them come over and do Collision on Dynamite, I think you guys are getting 1.1, 1.2. I think that's what you're doing. I think the network gets happier with you. And apparently there's word coming to like Punk's new deal is just like astronomically fucking ridiculously high.
Dude, this is fucking dumb. Yeah. No wrestler should be getting a fucking Michael Jordan contract. You know, my bad.
No, you're right though. You're right. These motherfuckers wear Jordans. He invented them and hasn't got paid as much as these bucks do for a contract. That is in like, 1 year.
For them.
Yeah, good for them. Not hating. Feed your families, but fuck, man. Like it's not a good look when they're EVPs too, though, because it's like at what point, like, and then Hangman's in there not an EVP, but he's their best friend and everyone knows it. So you just know, like, it just feels cringe. Like if I don't know, it feels weird to like make.
Oh, that's cringe.
Do what's right for business, guys. But on that note, let's move along.
Are we done?
We're done this.
Yeah.
And let's get into SummerSlam. So hairline, let's get into SummerSlam. Live from Detroit, and we were just talking about off pod in our little breaky poo there, a little smoke break, toke break. We were talking about how Wembley is doing big numbers, and that's fucking great. It's real great for all of wrestling. Like it's a true thing.
Real great.
We're gonna say what everybody else has said, but the thing is like, WWE just did a SummerSlam domestically, and it got like 60,000 people there. They don't get the flowers they really deserve. WWE doesn't, man. There's too much. Where's Meltzer like crying over 60,000 for a SummerSlam, the best I've ever done? Those are like Mania numbers. There's been WrestleManias with less than that many people at them. you know, WWE just gets shit on when it comes to, I mean, I know that Wembley got shit on, but it was because WWE do big numbers and then Meltzer and all them come out and go, oh, but they inflate the numbers and the numbers aren't. So what makes you think, but now AEWs are actually 70, 80,000. Like Meltzer's sitting there dying on this hill, like AEW's accurately reporting the fucking tickets sold. So WWE inflates them, but AEW doesn't inflate their tickets sold, Dave. Like, it's just so picky, and that's what these fans are doing too. If WWE's like 90,000 in the Silver Dome or whatever, they go, no, it was actually more like 79,000. But now AEW's going 70,000, and no one's going, well, no, it's more like 59,000. It's like, no, it's just so crazy the cherry picking that goes on. But let's just get into fucking SummerSlam here, because this was a some people are saying some people are saying one of the worst SummerSlams in history.
That's crazy.
I just think that it's because WWE has had every PLE this year has been fucking phenomenal, and then this SummerSlam was a little mid compared to what they've been doing at each PLE. Like this SummerSlam was in 2023 WWE's worst PLE this year, in my opinion. I agree, but it wasn't bad. It's not like it was bad. It wasn't fucking double or nothing bad, but it was their worst of this string of spectacular PLEs this year. I will agree with that. But yeah, they were in Detroit.
I don't know. I think it was better than Eliminations.
Was that this year though, or was that, when was Elimination?
Yeah,
was that in 2023? Yeah, that was in December, right? Or
yeah, you don't even remember it.
SummerSlam kicks off though. The arena's already packed, and we got fucking to kick off the show Logan Paul versus Ricochet, and
you forgot fucking. My name is Kid.
All right, should we talk about Kid Rock? So how about after all of the controversy with Bud Light and the whole Ellen Mulvaney thing and all this stuff, I couldn't give two shits. Where I live, Bud Light didn't get any cheaper where I live, so I don't drink the shit before, I don't drink it now. But a few weeks ago, Bud Light was sponsoring WWE, like at a pay-per-view ago, or a fucking one of the Raws or something. And then all of a sudden, Kid Rock, of course, he loves WWE. So I saw the video, Kid Rock like takes a fucking machine gun to Bud Light, and then a month later, he's doing shit with WWE, who were just sponsored by Bud Light. So it just goes to show you, folks, the almighty dollar, baby. But that aside, politics and controversy aside, Kid Rock was there. You're right. And I don't know, people shit on Kid Rock these days. I get it. It's kind of cringe, the old fucking trailer park, but I'm a millionaire. But I'm never not gonna rock out to fucking with the ball, the bang, ticket.
Yeah, well, that's our age.
It's wrestling music. It's that fucking Limp Bizkit shit from back in the day. Like, you gotta fuck with it. Yeah, it reminds me of fucking Attitude Era and shit. You gotta fuck with it, bro. So you're right. Kid Rock was there. Shout out Kid Rock, man. But anyways, Ricochet versus Logan Paul kicked off the show. Logan Paul is he asked to do the show first because at the same night in Texas, his brother Jake fought Nate Diaz in quite a lackluster boxing match, and where Jake, I watched it. I watched it live as soon as SummerSlam ended. I switched over, and the Jake Paul match started, and it was pretty much just Jake Paul is not progressing. I'm not a hater on him either, but it's just he's not progressing. He's very cringe. The only guy he ever fought at his level, like as far as age, size, and experience wise, tooled him up and beat him. And he just fought Nate Diaz again, who's a fucking retired old grappler, MMA fighter, who's retired and old. So it's just it's like, okay, kudos to you. And here's the thing: any other boxer who's 6-0 or whatever should be fighting scrubs, should be fighting guys who are 1-10 and 2-20 and fucking 1-0 and shit, jobbers. You should be doing that. But he fought Nate Diaz, who fights at 155 pounds. So it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know, it's like bullying almost, you know. Good for him. The match was whatever, but Logan Paul requested to go on first so that he could hop a private jet. And if you're on social media and follow these guys, you can watch the videos. He literally didn't even take his gear off. got on a plane, flew to the Jake Paul fight, made it in time right before Jake was about to go out, and watched his brother fight and smack some fucking goof mark in the crowd. Shout out Logan Paul. Him and Ricochet, their match at SummerSlam.
Who'd he smack?
He smacked some mark talking shit to him in the fucking crowd.
Well, that guy fucking learned, didn't he?
Yeah. So this match was
I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know how to word this. Like, I fuck with Logan Paul, but at the same time, fuck Logan Paul. You get what I'm saying?
It's just his outside shit is, he's just not a good dude. Like outside of,
he's like, hey, corpse, you mind if I use you for content?
yeah, I mean, dude, even that, I don't even like when it came to that whole thing, I didn't even care that much about that. I was like, well, it's it's not like he knew that's what was going to happen.
No, we're canceled. Yeah.
And then he's like a kid. So then everyone goes hard on him, and he's just like a kid who made a mistake. So it's like, that's why I don't, like, I'm not saying don't delete it or that video's cool, but I'm just saying, like, he's a kid, so just let him make his mistake. But you look at like his cryptos, just all that shit, like all the NFT. Remember the NFT thing that happened for like a year, and how much people just lost money, and that was the biggest scam.
My PWT fucking, I have a PWT monkey.
Do you really?
No.
Oh, PWTA. Thank God. I was like, please take PWT. We don't do NFTs here, bruv. Because the whole thing is like...
So if you guys sign on to our Patreon, I'm now offering the first ever exclusive PWE.
No, we're not doing any of that. Listen.
And it only costs this low one-time fee of 10,000 crypto wallets. Okay?
Okay.
And hold on. And these wallets cannot get hacked. Unlike what happened to Seth Green.
Listen, man, that whole thing was such a fucking scam. A bunch of fucking people hustled a bunch of dumb-ass, stupid, out-of-touch fucking celebrities who are dumb. You're not as cultured as you think you are. Like, you're not. It's not cultured to go to fucking Ibiza and stay on an American resort. To go to Mexico and stay on an American resort. Guess what?
Who are you shooting at, Doug?
Everyone, all these fucking celebrities who like you tried to sell your fans NFTs. You got hustled, like, and this is all anyone will do. Oh, I made 6 figures on an NXT. I just called it. I made 6 figures on an NFT. I made $1 million. What about the people who made millions? Yeah, there was like 3 guys, and some of them went to prison. You understand me? Like, so the FTX scandal, like, so there was like 4 guys who made money, and everyone else ended up losing all their shit or fucking. Yeah. Justin Bieber has some NFT that he paid $2 million for. It's worth like $15 now. I was just reading. Yep. Like, you're all stupid. They just figured out how to hustle you like the GameStop thing, and you're all dumb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Remember the metaverse? Oh, everyone start buying property in VR because it's the metaverse. That's dumb. Look at Threads. Zuckerberg did that for one day, and now it's back to like they're under Twitter users now after like 1 week. Because why? Because that's stupid, and you're all dumb. And Twitter is Twitter. It's not X, because that's dumb. And we're just gonna start calling out dumb shit. Anyways, Logan Paul, you're a dummy. Except for when it comes to wrestling. Except for when it comes to wrestling. You're a brilliant performer. This was a brilliant match. I spent too much time talking about NFTs, so I'll let Hairline break this down. But this was a great way to start the show, and I did really like this match. And Paul is just light years. And I was watching this shit with my father, who hasn't watched wrestling in probably 15 years. And this match was getting him into wrestling. And I explained to my father how this is Logan Paul's literal 5th match in wrestling. And my dad could not believe it. He was stunned. There you go. Oh, I mean, you're shitting on it, but this SummerSlam literally got my dad into asking me about wrestling again.
What?
So
dude, I said I liked SummerSlam. You were the one that was like, it was mid.
It was
what
mid.
What am I shitting on?
But it got my dad back into wrestling. I feel like he's been texting me, asking me about like, what's that show? What was that one show? I was telling him about Dark Side of the Ring and shit. He's, what's that one show? Like, he's back into wrestling now because of this SummerSlam. So fuck yeah. Anyways, you go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think my favorite part of this match was fucking when Logan made Ricochet's wife announce that he won, and just like the sour ass face she had and all that. That was fucking phenomenal. I don't know, man. This match is what AEW tries to be.
And then when he did the buckshot to the outside,
Dude, there was a bunch of 6 spots. Yeah, maximum AEW shit.
yeah, dude. I don't
But
even
they would
think
have had 60
Hangman's done
guys
one of
out
those.
there. It would either been 60 guys outside of the ring or them landing on the 2 tables. If it was
And then
AEW.
Logan Paul won. We know he needed a big win.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we know that I don't know. This is a good spot for Ricochet to be in. I saw some fucking goofball tweet out. Yeah, sure. Logan Paul had a big moment, or yeah, sure. Ricochet just had a big moment at SummerSlam, but he could have been in AEW having 4 and 5-star matches against this and this and this.
Oh, I saw that too.
And I just quote tweeted, I'm like, you're fucking like, this is what Meltzer's done. Having 4-star Meltzer matches, having, in Meltzer's opinion, 4-star matches with fucking Omega. Shut the fuck up. He just had his probably biggest payday, the most eyes on him he's ever had, ever
Yeah.
in front of a 60,000 fucking
wife,
crowd, instead of having a
eyes on his
4-star in
wife.
front of 3,000 people for 700,000 viewers on fucking Meltzer's make-believe show. Up next,
that's disgusting. That's
it is
so,
disgusting.
Like,
you don't like, you're not a fan. If that's what you say, you don't like Ricochet, you don't support Ricochet, boss. You don't love Ricochet, you don't actually care about Ricochet. You care about you and Meltzer saying 4 stars. It goes back to the Jonah thing. But he beat Okada. Guess who cares about that? You do. Guess what Bronson Reed cares about? Preserving his body, living in America, making a name for himself on American national TV. That's what making the most money possible. That's what he cares about.
Nice suit.
Yes, in the shortest amount of time. You have a window this big in professional sports. This big. But Okada. Fuck, man. So up next, speaking of money matches, we have Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. I feel like they shot their load a bit having these 2 matches so early in the card. But yeah,
kind of.
Brock's got to get on a plane and get back to Saskatchewan. Yeah. And I don't know, this match, I'll let you go through it. There was people going, he should have just killed Cody. He wasn't even suplexing. Bro, Brock was just throwing Cody around like shit, dropping him on his neck and shit. My dad was so invested in this fucking match. He was popping.
On the pod.
Dude, Cody was getting dropped on his neck. There was at one point where Brock just picked Cody up off the ground and just threw him over his back like fucking laundry. Cody was selling like crazy. I predicted it. Cody was going to get the big win. He had to. And then the aftermath of the match with Brock shaking Cody's hand, pulling him in head first. It was completely unscripted and unplanned. And then Brock raising his hand. Who the fuck has Brock ever done that for? Ever?
Nobody does.
He hugged Kurt Angle after WrestleMania 19 when he almost died. Or whatever, WrestleMania 21 or whatever, where he almost died. He hugged Kurt. Okay. Who did he do that for? Cody Rhodes. Who hopped on a plane? Who did Vince hop on a plane for? Cody Rhodes. Who did Vince bring in and not put in polka dots and change his gimmick? Cody Rhodes. Who the fuck does Brock hug unplanned, lift his hand up? And Brock never took his WrestleMania break like usual. So he's probably taking a SummerSlam break. Don't expect to see him for a while. Cody Rhodes is the fucking man, bro. And the smile on Cody's face, how authentic that was. And you could just see how much that meant to him. He looked like a little boy almost. He was smiling the way we were smiling, seeing that, because it was unplanned. Those are the moments that there's authentic moments like that. They're so few and far between in wrestling, and goddamn, only WWE. That right there is a SummerSlam moment that we will be watching on replays when they stacked in 20 years from now, when they go the top 50 moments of SummerSlam. That's going to be on those lists, dude. And it's just, fuck, man, what a moment. I get goosebumps talking about it. Hairline, what'd you think of this match and Cody going over in the moment afterwards?
God, I'm sorry that I'm immediately jumping into this, but everything you just said is just another example of how toxic the fucking AEW universe is, because they just go, Cody's fucking, his run in WWE is such crap, and it's crazy that he bailed on us to go do that, and it's all like, Dude,
go do that.
One of the most
wrestle one of the
like,
biggest pay-per-view draws on planet Earth in front of 60,000 people.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Well, but like, dude, you see those tweets too, though, right? Like, so, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man,
it was,
dude,
I don't know,
so
Brock kind of
crazy.
just suplexed and phoned it in, and Cody wasn't really taking
Guys.
the suplexes. I've seen those tweets.
Yep. Okay, cool. So now we can get to the match. That's all I had to say. Like,
Right.
Just the absurdity. The most selfish wrestler of all time, besides Hulk Hogan, just put somebody over, guys. Yet, fuck Cody because he's not fucking having 5-star matches against fucking Komander as fucking Collision. Jesus. So the match. So it was basically fucking. It was like Stan's dad from South Park during the baseball game episode. You know, dude, for real though, like, right?
I thought this was
just
America.
Kept going, Brock, I didn't hear no bell. It was just all like, Cody, stop getting up, bro. And Brock really made himself look like Brock Lesnar, obviously. But Cody had a few moments where, like, he came back, man. And it's just, like you said, when does Brock do these things for people? So,
never. And my father popped so hard at two things. When Cody came out and they go, the American Nightmare. And my dad was like, oh, his dad was the Dream. And I'm like, yes, Dad. You know? My dad just popped for that, man. And then when Brock F5 Cody on the outside for the 10 counter, my dad thought it was done. He was like, oh, it's done. F5's done, you know? Because that's like around when my dad stopped watching wrestling was like Brock, you know? It was like when Brock was on top. It was like WrestleMania 20-ish. He kind of... Yeah, so... and then so that was a great match. I don't know. So far, I'm going, this SummerSlam's fucking awesome. Like, I'm so having the best time. Right? And then up next, the Slim Jim 20-man Battle Royal with our boy L.A. Knight. Yeah. And AJ. Yeah. AJ Styles and LA Knight are the only two to get entrances. Those are the two guys I was cheering for.
Nah, fucking almost got one too, Doug.
Oh, right. And then, sorry, I forgot. And then MVP comes out and goes, and we got one more entry, and it's Omos. And when they said that, I went, Omos is winning this fucking thing. That's what they're gonna do. I thought for sure. I was like, no, not Omos.
It was a good swerve.
I love Omos, nice but I was like, fuck, they're gonna put him over here. Fuck. And then
get Omos in here. Hey.
Someone get Omos. I need a fucking giant. LA Knight, you want to push? LA Knight, yeah, I'm a dummy. I was being a dummy. Yeah. I'm all about it now. I'm hip. Yeah, I want round glasses like his, and I'm gonna feud LA Knight now. Yeah, I'm gonna feud him. But first, I need a fucking giant. Someone call Andre. Sir, Andre's no longer with us, but get Omos on the fucking phone. Where's MVP? Fly him in. Omos, you're flying with me. We need to get LA Knight super over. Yeah, he's the next Austin. He's like Austin and The Rock rolled into one. We were talking off pod about a TikTok where Hairline compared Wheeler Yuta to LA Knight. And people are like, that's an unfair comparison. And Hairline didn't even make that thing, first off, that meme. But secondly, it is a comparison because all the neck beards are like fucking Yuta versus Garcia is Austin versus The Rock, but of the future. But here's the thing. LA Knight, is Austin and Rock rolled into one, according to some, and people are saying that as a way to hate on him. I think that's a pretty good thing that's missing from wrestling. But anyways,
I know, dude, man. Fucking, I'm not gonna say it.
All good. So this match though almost comes out. I'm not gonna go over every fucking spot in elimination. This wasn't like, oh, the best battle royal I've ever seen, but goddamn, it had me on the edge. And here's where they did great. Throughout the match, LA Knight gets a little bit of shine here and there, but the two key moments, when everyone's teamed up to throw Omos over, it's LA Knight who runs up and is the guy who that's little subtle psychology. He's the one who got Omos over the ropes. It's because of him. And then who else did he eliminate, Hairline? Bronson fucking Reed, the other big giant boy. LA Knight tossed his big ass over. Yeah. And then it came down to Sheamus and LA Knight.
I can't wait for that feud.
Yeah, and we've seen Sheamus. He's been talking shit a little bit about his position WWE. I think that's all concerted, and I think they know that they're doing that because Sheamus is going to heel turn, and I think the Brawling Brutes are going to all heel turn. Like imagine LA Knight going over on Sheamus next, former world champion, all these different titles he's held, every belt except for the IC belt, and so that'll be huge for LA Knight. And it seems like Vince is getting behind him. Yeah. And then how about when he did the fucking LA Knight elbow? The crowd, man, they were fucking just electric, dude. He dropped a bomb on that place. And then immediately following the match, the fucking Slim Jim commercial aired, which they obviously filmed before SummerSlam. So people going, oh, they're not going to push LA.
No. They filmed it after the match.
No, they didn't, bro. He was being sarcastic in the press conference. Oh. He was being sarcastic. He's like,
he worked me then.
WWE's getting behind and pushing him. He wins the fucking battle royal. He's gonna get he got a big win on fucking SmackDown. He's gonna get a big win against Sheamus whenever they wrestle at the next pay-per-view or Payback or whatever's next. And yeah, man, he's Slim Jim. Yeah, Macho Man. Who can say that? Mach, Bam Bam, LA Knight. Yeah. So these people saying, oh, they're older. And like fucking Cody Rhodes is 38 and Roman's 38 and LA Knight's 38. Bro, that's the new fucking 20. It doesn't matter. 40's like being 30 now. It just doesn't matter. Fucking LA Knight will at least be world champion, I think, in our time. I'm just so happy he's like part of Slim Jim, and our LA Knight videos, we upload clips of him. It doesn't matter what we talk about. They get the most clicks. He gets the biggest reactions. It's his time. Think about WWE. You got LA Knight, you got Roman, you got Cody, you got Seth, you got all these monster fucking shit that people are tuning into, bro. Like people tune in for this shit, gets me excited. This is where SummerSlam took a fucking nosedive into the pits of hell and just became a fucking drag along pay-per-view. Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey in an MMA match. I was so hyped for this match coming into SummerSlam.
Yeah, I bet.
For this angle coming into SummerSlam, but this match, I fucking hate these MMA matches. Either really fight or do wrestling, because this is why. Fake MMA, unless you can do it like old school Pancrase style, Ken Shamrock versus Shibata style, fucking, unless you can do that, where it's like fake
Suzuki.
Yeah, Suzuki, like an Antonio Inoki worked shoot wrestling. Unless you're good at doing that, like Dan Severn style, don't fucking do it, because you either have to just really fight or really wrestle, because we can tell the difference. And in no universe does Shayna actually beat Ronda in a real fight. When they're like, it's MMA rules, but then they go to the outside of the ring for a second. Well, that's not allowed in MMA. Ronda hit a flying knee, and then the ref breaks it and goes, oh, hold on a second. Well, that doesn't happen in MMA. That's a TKO. So this whole thing was stupid. If you're going to do a fucking MMA match and you have two UFC veterans, you think they would do it a little better than they did it. This match was boo-boo, and this was garbage. So what did you think?
I suppose I'm not educated on MMA. That's your thing. As a wrestling fan, this was okay. I kind of like how Shayna had to hurled herself outside of the ring with Ronda attached to her, because it was the only way out of the move. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no rope breaks and shit. That was kind of cool. I don't know, man. MMA is just not my thing. I'm not gonna shit on it, but I really hate to enable fantasy mark fucking bullshit, bro. But I just really wanted to see them make those tag champs mean fucking, those tag titles mean something, and fucking.
They should have held them till right before Mania, lost them.
Yeah, man.
And then they fight each other in a fight pit at Mania on night 1 or 2. And then they have like a 4-way, whatever the fuck match for the women's tag belts at Mania. That's what they should have did. Apparently Ronda, though, according to Billy Body, apparently Rhonda, he did some report on her, and apparently she's been rubbing people the wrong way. You know, they're like, we want you to do this, and she's like, well, I want to do this, and they're just like, well, fuck, you know, like it's not on WWE that her shit doesn't come across good. Like it's about them just keeping her happy, and I don't know. Apparently it's like they don't really care if she does go at this point, and that's why she's like, fuck it, I'll just go and do MMA or do movies again or whatever. Anyways, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre was up next for the Intercontinental title.
Woo! Big badass.
This match was fucking incredible. Two powerhouses. Gunther surpasses the Honky Tonk Man's record. He's on his way to. I believe by this defense, it means he did, or he's about to, something like that. We got shit on all over fucking Twitter because we've been talking about, you know, McIntyre's going to stay in WWE. Like, what do you think he's really going to go? Like, we're laughing at the Drew Galloway is all elite, and these people again just saying they're Drew fans, but just wishing for his demise. Like, you don't want him in WWE, you know, doing
where he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah. So, and like people don't get it. Like they do fucking, I might have said we, but I'm becoming more of a WWE guy thing. But they do like long-term storytelling, right? So
fucking welcome aboard.
So like just wait. Drew just is coming back from injuries. Gunther's on his reign. It doesn't mean they can't rematch down the line. Maybe Drew takes it from Gunther after Gunther broke all those records. And then maybe Drew breaks Gunther's record. And then we see Drew up there. Like, you don't know what the fuck they have planned. And maybe Drew turns heel and goes after Rollins now and he wins the world heavyweight title. We don't know, but people were just like, see, he's not re-signed. You're liars. You're lying. Just because I said, dude, him and Triple H talk about how they laugh about it on the phone. So is it me lying, or are you calling Triple H a liar? You're all just weird. And this is a great match, and I'm happy for Drew. And it is shitty. It does seem a little like, oh, are they just giving him L's because he's not going to re-sign? But if his contract's up in 2024, he's not going to re-sign right away. He's going to go to Tony Khan and go, how much money and perks are you going to give me? And then he'll fucking go back to WWE and go, this is what he'll do. The same thing Edge did. Just wait till December, guys. Okay. He could be world heavyweight champ before December. We don't know. Okay. His contract's not up till 2024. Just calm the fuck down. So I had to block all these fucking idiots on Twitter and I don't even block people, but they're just so fucking redacted that I had to. But anyways, Gunther kicked out of the Claymore and hit all of his moves. The big splash, the short arm clothesline, the power bomb, stacked and those are all three of Gunther's finishes right there besides his choke, and fucking pinned out Gunther. So, I mean, McIntyre. So they kept McIntyre strong. He ate all of Gunther's shit, you know? Yeah. What did you make of this match? I liked this match a lot. I did.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Gaijus, bro.
Yeah, God, this fucking battle the gargantuans. That's what this fucking shit was. Yeah, man. I don't know. None of that Drew re-signing shit is in the back of my mind when I'm watching him wrestle. You know, I'm going. Obviously, Gunther's gonna fucking win because of fucking the Honky Tonk Man's record. You know, but it doesn't. I know it didn't take any of it away. You know. I know, and like, you know, man, I'm a fucking Drew McIntyre mark, so, you know,
yeah,
always love to see him out there.
It's just these certain fans, man, they don't care about fucking what's best for business. They just go, I'm a Drew fan, so he should win the belts and have all the belts, and they fumbled and at the and they're not thinking about, like, is Drew as big of a star as Roman? Nope. So just shut the fuck up and be happy that he's happy or making money or like wrestling in front of 60,000 fucking people for the Intercontinental title. That means more than maybe the next match. I feel like this match meant more to me than the next one, Seth and Finn. So up next, we had Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. The feud building up to this was fucking great. I don't know. You'll probably have some spots. Basically, how do we break it all down? Like Mommy and Dom showed up. Priest comes out and you oh right, sorry, yeah, Damien showed up first, right? Because his schmoz was sort of at the end too, but it was just like Damien shows up first and he's got the briefcase, so everyone's like, what the fuck is he gonna do? And then Mommy and Dom come out. Finn and Rollins are having a fucking great match for like the schmoz shit happening. They're doing like what they like, they're getting their shit in, you know. It's not like their best match I'm sure they could ever have. And then basically like Rollins stomps Finn's head on the briefcase because fucking Priest is like, no, like for you do it, bro. Da da da. More turmoil. I thought maybe Finn could have won and then Damian would have just cashed in on Finn or something crazy like that, but they had something kind of similar planned for a little later. So I don't know. This was the right call. I think this is all the right choice, and Finn and Damian are going to end up feuding. One of them's leaving the Judgment Day sooner than later. I think it's going to be Damian, maybe.
No, man, I disagree with you. I don't think Finn Balor's going anywhere. Finn Balor and Damian Priest are brothers. So brothers fight. This isn't Seth Rollins being poisoned by the Authority. There's no fucking allure of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. So we'll be fine. I think if anything, man, I think you were right, bro. I think JD is gonna come aboard. There'll be, if anything, a fifth member in the Judgment Day. God, I'm sorry to immediately enable your fantasy mark booking. I suppose if anyone was to branch off, it would be Damian. Damian could be babyface.
Again, yeah. So up next we had Asuka
could also be punishment.
Yeah, Asuka versus Charlotte.
Who? No,
Asuka versus Charlotte versus Bianca.
Yeah, what was that first name?
For the WWE Women's Championship.
What? Who's wrestling Charlotte and Bianca? I didn't catch that.
It's Kana, Ashley Flair, and whatever Bianca's real name is.
Oh, yeah. You're done. You're so done. Yeah. The fact that you said Ashley, Charlotte.
So this match was super mid for me. I was not invested in
didn't Bianca Belair. I'm done with Bianca Belair.
Bianca somehow wins the belt, and then which is like whatever, and then Io Sky immediately runs out and wins the belt. Why? I don't know.
What?
They just don't want Asuka and Io to feud each other. So
Not
they
yet.
said, well, no, what is it? Is it because they're both Japanese and they don't want them to both be cutting broken English promos on each other? Like, why would it be Asuka? Why wouldn't it be Asuka narrows out the win and then Io cashes in on her? They're both kind of heels while Io sort of
work for me. I write the rest.
Maybe they're trying to do like a heel babyface thing. Well, Asuka's the heel and Bianca's a babyface and Io's a heel. So even though Io's being won over by the crowd, so let's have Io pin a babyface, even though Bianca, it's like a double turn kind of thing. Or is it that because all three girls in this match are kind of heel, like even though Charlotte's supposed to be babyface, people don't really like her. Bianca's, and she had boo-boo face because she wasn't winning anything. She was just the afterthought in all this. She had boo-boo face the whole time.
Dude,
and then Bianca's turning heel. And then Asuka is a full-blown heel. So it's like, why did they switch the belt? Why have Bianca? Like, I just don't, because now Bianca's going to go after Io and it's like the double turn. We know that. But it's like, why the fuck would, I don't know, dude. It just seems to, because if Io cashed in on Asuka, then Asuka would want to go after Io. But is it because they just don't want to have two Japanese people going at it? I don't know if that's it. I'm not even trying to make a salacious claim. I'm just genuinely curious. I just don't get what the whole switcheroo, were they trying to make a moment? It just felt way too convoluted, but good for Io Sky. I'm glad she has the belt. I guess she deserves it. She's over with the fans. Yeah, good for her. Match was shitty.
I wouldn't say I get. Okay, man. I'm not defending Io Sky due to my fandom of Bayley. I just want you to know that's not attached to anyone. But I do think Io Sky deserves this. The pop she got, man, I sound like Twitter. But bro, the pop she got in Puerto Rico. It's time to push her. No, but like
drop the ball. They missed it. They missed the shot.
Well, yeah. You fucked me up. I want to see those same people. Oh, I can't believe they gave the belt to Io. Bro, you were just whining.
Dude, you want to talk about that? I'm gonna, after you're done with your thoughts on this match, I'm gonna tell you something that you're gonna love, but it's gonna fucking trigger you.
All right, so this match though, man, fuck Bianca Belair. She wasn't trying. She was botching everything.
She's so bad, dude. In ring.
Charlotte's amazing. You know, Charlotte
Yeah,
was
but she
trying
had
to
boo
fucking like,
boo.
dude.
She had boo boo face, and even when she's not trying, she's still light years ahead of everyone. But I just felt like she was boo boo face.
Yeah, but Charlotte was trying, man. She tried to like I don't know. There was a moment where like fucking like Asuka was in the corner. You know what I'm saying? And then Bianca was in the corner too, and like fucking Bianca stopped selling and was watching the Charlotte shit. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking Asuka like fucking had to start grappling her again. It's like, yeah, guys, I don't know, man. Bianca's head just wasn't in there. Bro. It's just like that sucks. That like, you know, she's like a fucking, I guess a Hulk Hogan. That doesn't work for me, brother. You
Yeah.
know?
Um.
God.
Yeah. So this, I
I
don't
was
know.
just in the Slim Jim commercial, dog.
What do you think about
I don't
Io
know. I don't
Sky
know.
though? You're happy for her or what?
Yeah, dude. Like I said, man, she deserves this. She got that huge pop. And she ended like when she's getting like Bailey's still getting booed to where she's getting popped. So like, you know, they're kind okay. They are slightly devaluing the belt. God, I don't mean to say it like this, but like at least it's not the women's title situation. But like, God, they are kind of fumbling these titles around. They
Yep.
really. I don't want to say they don't give a shit because the women are putting on great matches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, take fucking Bianca out of this. Asuka and fucking Charlotte were trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry.
No, man. No, I love to hear it. In other Japanese women wrestler news, Kairi Sane has announced she has a big announcement coming up, I think,
Elbow.
on today, actually, or it was yesterday or something. But Kairi Sane's coming.
Hey!
Kairi Sane's coming back to WWE. She's coming back to
That's
America.
awesome.
And of course,
Yeah, tag out with Asuka.
the Joshi marks on Twitter are melting down and they're
No!
like, why would she do this? But I thought her match she would have with Julia on Classics
I'm
with
deactivating
Mercedes
my Twitter.
Monet and going
I'm
out with
deactivating my
Julia and out with them. They should have the best 5-star matches
Twitter.
with them in Japan. Well, guess what, guys? Like what seems to be a common trend, like what Julia's going to do when she gets a little bit more experience under her belt and when she earns a name enough to where WWE won't want to change anything about her when they bring her in. They all want to go to America and become a star there. Why? Because everybody, Eddie Kingston doesn't want a WrestleMania moment. Yeah, he does. He just says that because he's not good enough to get there. And I'm sorry, I love Eddie Kingston. So that's not me being a hater. But every boy or girl who grew up watching wrestling, saw the Attitude Era, saw a Hulk Hogan moment from WWF, from the WrestleMania, saw a Ric Flair out of fucking Starcade, and those are the reasons why you wanted to be a wrestler. It's because you saw The Rock doing shit in the WWF. Period. Point blank. Period. From the death match to the top to fucking Japan, you all want to be in the WWF in some way or form. You all want that WrestleMania moment. So
how many Joshi marks do you think deactivated their Twitter? So
I don't know. They just all try to be like, I think it's weird. I mean, like, I'm happy if Kairi's happy, but it's just weird when she could be having matches with Julia. It's like, you guys, you know.
Guys, I'm changing my Twitter picture. It was Kairi, but I can no longer support Kairi because she supports that Devil Federation.
Yeah. Now it's Monet. So, anyways, Roman Reigns versus
now they're all Sasha marks. Now I love Sasha more.
I'm sure they are, bro, because that's what the whole thing was like. Oh, like her and Monet would like her and I thought they had a trilogy coming or just all the shit where it's just like you guys.
Why?
And then when you
Sasha...
say the same shit, like, well, Roman and this guy might have a trilogy. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But then Stardom's like, oh, these girls will have a trilogy. They should have a trilogy, and it doesn't even touch. And Charlotte Flair can't even. It's a fucking just crazy mental illness. But
immediately just discredited and contradicted.
It's insane. So the main event, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I didn't. I didn't even know it was for the championship. I was like, fucking, I was watching it with fucking my boy, and I was all like, oh no, this is for the tribal chief shit. And he was like, oh no, the belt's online too,
Yeah, it was
bro.
for all the marbles. I don't know, man. I thought
Yeah.
this was the first, like, obviously they just needed to get the I don't know. Okay, this match was okay. Everyone online's it was so slow. What, do you have to build up that long for a table spot and shit? Yes.
Yes.
That's what makes it
Yeah.
mean something when it happens. Like,
Hulk Hogan versus Andre.
it's
The first
just
5
so
minutes of the
gross,
match.
man. It's so gross. These people think that wrestling has to be run, move, throw out. Ooh, they think selling is 1 minute long before a dive when Kenny slaps the mat before his dive. That's what they think building and selling is, bro. It's such.
No, that's just no. Listen, I like the sequence. You're not even saying it right.
Oh, like there was people literally like, oh, they took that long just to get to like a spear. It's so self-indulgent.
Yes,
It's like,
because they were feeding
stop
off
watching
the
wrestling.
crowd.
Then you don't like wrestling, bro. Go watch Wipeout,
Right, why
where
are
they
you
just
watching
jump and do flips and fall down. Go watch that show if that's what you're
this?
like it, because it's for real, man. It's
Wipeout's good though. Shout out to
sure.
Wipeout.
We all like flippy shit
Yeah, it's
where
all
people
good.
land on their fucking,
Okay, Tony.
like, fuck, man. So it's so disappointing to see people like, you love wrestling. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you love wrestling, then you love Hulk Hogan. You love the Iron Sheik. You love Ric Flair. You love these guys who took a long time to do things because then they meant something,
But that's the thing, dude. Is they don't even know what you're talking about. To them, Hulk Hogan is just that weird racist guy.
Yeah, dude. And
There's
you take any
no
of these
Hulk
guys.
Hogan versus Iron Sheik.
You take
There's
Stone
no Hulk
Cold, The
Hogan.
Rock, Roman, Hogan, Flair,
Yeah,
Dusty. They
yeah.
all did a little bit of things, and John Cena, and everyone said they just do the same old shit. They don't have lots of moves. All of those guys I named, and they're all the goats. Who do you think is right? Like, it's just an objective, like, you're objectively wrong if you think Kenny Omega or Will Ospreay's a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair or fucking John Cena. You're just objectively wrong, period. Period. Because who's the goats? And I hate when people go, just because a million people buy something doesn't mean it's the best. Man, shut the fuck up.
Yes, it does.
Little
That's the
Wayne
name
is
of the
better.
game.
Little Wayne is better than every rapper you've ever heard on your
Ever.
block who
Yeah,
can multi-syllabically rhyme Eminem type shit better than Wayne
greatest
can.
rapper of all time.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter.
Eminem says Wayne's better than.
Exactly, dude. And it's because why?
Yeah.
Because he sold the most shit, and it's not that. Dude, it really is. What are the most people flocking to? Yes. Is there a marketing machine? Yes. Is there ways to galvanize and cultivate people and propagandize them and get something in their head? And WWE does it all the time. They tell their own history on everything. Yes, there's a way to do that, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
People aren't fucking stupid, man. If Osprey was the best, then what? And I love Osprey. I'm the biggest Osprey mark. We were just putting over Osprey, Kenny, when we did their fucking New Japan Forbidden Door review shit. But Osprey sold no t-shirts compared to fucking Roman Reigns, or compared to Hulk Hogan, or compared to John Cena, or compared to Stone Cold. So period. Period, point blank.
Will Osprey fucking runs his big cartel and has to, like, please pre-order this. Roman has people approving his logos and selling it. Okay.
The slow pacing, right. All that stuff, I love it. That's what wrestling is. That's what wrestling's about. If you don't like that, then you're just watching the wrong. Go watch a Jackie Chan Jet Li movie, because that's what you're really more interested in. I even DM'd you during it. I was like, I just love how they're building up to everything, so everything means something. Ultimately, though, this should have been a first blood match. It's super dumb. The contracts in blood, the bloodline should have been a first blood. It would have explained why anything goes. I think a kendo stick got introduced somewhere in this, and I just went, this is stupid. I don't like when just kendo sticks get thrown into shit. But or was it chairs? I think it was a kendo stick at a chair.
Yeah. Jay threw 200 fucking chairs in the ring. There was fucking 6 chairs in each corner at one point. Yeah.
So
you get a chair. You get a chair.
Yeah, dude. So ultimately, though, the finish was what we all knew it was going to be, because Roman had to retain, especially with Jimmy, with Jey standing tall on the go home SmackDown. But this was Jimmy's heel turn.
I didn't see it coming. I did not see this coming, man.
At first, when I saw the dude in the hoodie, I thought, is that Umaga's kid? And then I was like, are we going to get Solo and Umaga's kid versus fucking the Usos when Jimmy? But no, it was Jimmy. Now, Jimmy was always the one like, dog, nah, fuck this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this is, you can tell they've had this plan like a year in advance because this is the obvious next beat of the story. And in the press, a lot of people boo-booed on this on Twitter and shit. But at the press conference, Paul Heyman goes, they go, where are we in the bloodline story? And he goes, the bottom of the third. We're at the bottom of, and it makes sense if you think about, okay, is Roman really going to go and beat Hogan and Bruno's and Pedro's records, which he is? He's going to beat Hogan's record. Do you know why? Because people don't like Hogan the way they used to.
One of the greatest.
And we're in an era.
Roman deserves it, bro.
We're in that era where, think about Hogan's era where it was like Hogan, Bundy, Andre, Mach, Slaughter, Snuka. We're in that era right now where it's like Roman, Cody, Seth, Finn, LA.
Yep.
Like we're in that era again.
Yeah.
So why not break the dude? Yes. So same with, it's like, look at the IC belt, Mach, Honky, Warrior, whatever, right? Okay, Gunther, Drew. Like we're in that era right now where we have these guys in the division, Sheamus, right? So it's like that's what they're doing. Roman's gonna break Hogan's record. It's without a fucking doubt in my mind. And Roman's gonna retire from wrestling when he's like before he's like 42 or whatever. Whenever he breaks that shit, he's gonna lose it, and then he's just gonna go away. We're never gonna see him again until his Hall of Fame induction. I'm telling you that right now. But if you really map it out days wise and go, okay, yeah, if he's got to reign another 2 years or whatever to break Hogan's shit, another year. Okay, then guess what? Yeah, we're at the bottom of the third as far as bloodline goes. And once Roman loses the belt and moves on, the bloodline story is still continuing. And also, I believe Umaga's son and Jacob Fatu tweeted out after Heyman said that, Jacob Fatu, who I'm the biggest mark for, who MLW suing WWE. People don't know why. There's NDAs, but apparently it's contract tampering. Jacob Fatu and Alex Hammerstone are fucking stars if I've ever seen them.
So Vince doesn't let people sell tickets in certain areas, yada yada.
Okay, well, check this out. There's also claims of contract tampering with MLW that no one knows who. You have to assume it's Jacob Fatu. Who are their two biggest guys? Hammerstone and Fatu. Like, you can't tell me Vince doesn't look at Hammerstone and go, yep, I'll make that guy, and look at Jacob Fatu. The WWE love fucking Samoans, bro, and look at the whole bloodline. You don't think they want Jacob Fatu in that mix? All I'm saying, so Jacob Fatu and Umaga's kid tweeted out bottom of the third when Heyman said that. So come the bottom of the six, are we looking at Fatu versus Reigns, bro? We don't know. And it's there. It could all happen. So and apparently Nia Jax is coming back for a full return. We could have Nia and Tamina do the whole women bloodline shit that I was fantasy mark booking. I call them the Anoa'i Flowers. That's what I would call them. I'm a doo-doo.
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
I'm just excited, man. And we got The Rock's daughter in NXT. I'm just excited for what the future holds for all this bloodline shit still. And people are boo-booing on this, but this is the first time you could argue bloodline missed a step, but they didn't. Hairline's going, I
disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too. I think this is the right step. This is the obvious step. And sometimes the obvious thing is the right thing. And it wasn't even obvious to everyone because Hairline's like, I didn't know it was going to be Jimmy. I kind of had a feeling, but I thought.
So like I read a lot online on Facebook and fucking X, people whining about how this was so predictable and they saw it coming, and it was like I told you, man, I didn't see it coming. Obviously, now that we discussed all this, we did see like the fucking that it was coming. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Jimmy being like, nah, dog, I'm not feeling this, or fucking, nah, you're my little brother, I have to watch with you. So like there has been the subtle little hints of this, but
I don't know, man. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Third ending dead. We still got way more to go, so calm your fucking horses, that.
Yeah, dude. And everybody thinks the whole bloodline story will end with all of the bloodline members broken up as individuals, and then that'll just be the end of it. And I agree that that will be one beat of the story. I think the ultimate conclusion to the bloodline, whether it's in 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, 1 year, 6 months, however this story ends, is what it's going to be is they're all going to break up to be individuals for a while. They're going to feud. They're all going to go do their own solo things, whatever. But ultimately, the bloodline will end by them all reuniting as baby faces and all having to save each other and become the family once more as baby faces. And that will be the ultimate full circle, the circle of life. We'll see them all unified in the end again. And I think that's the true ending to the bloodline eventually. But who knows when that'll happen. Hairline in Dave Meltzer stars. No, I'm just joking. Fuck Meltzer. Ultimately, though, this doesn't stand out as like the greatest SummerSlam of all time, but I gave it a solid like 8 out of 10. I really liked a lot of shit, and I just feel like if that Ronda match had been a fight pit, they should have just did a fight pit for that match and just had a match, and it would have been awesome. It would have saved this card.
Like I said, man, I'm not an MMA mark, so I didn't like have the same goggles on, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I guess you speak for that demo, you know.
I do. I definitely do. And speaking,
and I'm sure they would all agree with you there, brother.
That's right, man. They were with me, brother. And speaking to all the brothers and sisters out there, that was our show. This is another longer episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We're not going to talk. We kind of talked about the press conference throughout, and basically Triple H just shat all over AEW for and Cody sold some shit, and LA Knight cut a great promo. So there you go.
Before,
yeah. So yeah, guys, that was our show.
Damage control, 2 questions.
Yeah, exactly. With Bailey sitting there awkwardly and no one giving a shit. Yeah. And Bill Apter was there. Shout out Bill Apter.
This is your fucking narrative, dude. This is what I mean by your fucking narrative. Nobody. You got anything to say about Io Sky or fucking
Io Sky's awesome.
One? Oh, but fuck.
Oh yeah, Bailey, and Dakota Kai came out and celebrated, and she's not back from injury, but she just came there for the moment. And I love Dakota Kai. I love Io Sky. I couldn't care less about Damage Control or Bailey. With that being said, folks, that was our episode. PWT podcast, guys. We got a bunch of Patreon shit up there. We have stuff coming out, clips of the Patreon stuff, and YouTube, man. Like when we react to the Botchamanias, YouTube makes us edit out so much shit. So you'll see in the links in the description, I put a fucking link to a Google Drive in some of these videos. And if you guys click in there, you'll be able to see the full length clip versions of our longer form Patreon videos. So shout out our Patreon members, patreon.com/Pro Wrestle Times, Russ Paxson and Reggie Rodriguez, or as fucking Hairline calls him, Rico or Ricardo or whatever.
Ricardo.
Yeah, shout you out, brothers.
Hamburgers. Yeah. He said, listen,
you guys go enjoy our Botchamania 1 through 3 fucking reactions. Those are up there. They're watch-alongs, so they're in video form watch-alongs. And then, guys, we post clips of them on YouTube, and those little clips are just little snippets of the longer Patreon videos. So make sure you join our Patreon. That's the best way to support us. The more of you supporting us, the more of this we can do. And yeah, man, we just appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate all of our new subs, all of our old subs, our day ones especially. We fuck with y'all. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestle Times, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestle Clips. And our Discord is up and running. Go in there, talk to each other, check the link in the bios, talk shit to us. Be friendly, though. No violence, no fucking stupid shit. You guys already know. Anything crazy, you start going crazy, harassing people, you're fucking out of there. But please share your stuff. We want your thoughts on WWE. Everyone put your emails in there. Let's get a mailing list. Let's get our fucking community fucking going and growing. We're on all other socials at PWT Podcast or Pro Wrestle Times on everything. Instagram, X, TikTok, all that good shit. Guys, thank you so much for rocking out with us. We hope you enjoyed SummerSlam. We hope you enjoyed AEW 200.
Stranger thing.
Yes, and we're coming back, and Patreon members, tons of fucking content on there. We got tons coming. I've been working so hard I took a bunch of days off to just work on PWT for you fucks, because I love you. I love you so much, and this is what I want to do. If I could just do this every day, that'd be like a fucking dream come true. But right now, we're on the road to 500 subs, folks. So keep subbing, and we'll start the live shows. For Pro Wrestle Times, I'm Phil. Yeah, hairline.
I am out like Raquel. Yeah, it still works.
Top pod out, snap into a Slim Jim like LA Knight.
Stranger Things.